just asked you if you needed something.
I know.
I love that we're at the point of the podcast where you're like, it's just the theme song. I got time. Like,
That's true. That's literally what I was like, yeah.
I imagine that's what Wendy Williams does on her show. Like, everyone's cheering. It's like, oh, everything. How you doing?
She walks around backstage without a wig until the last second.
Pop it on. Let's go.
Right? Flips it on. Bobby pin. All set.
Yeah, I believe that.
Seriously.
Well, that's where we are in our evolution as podcast hosts.
Yeah, good thing we don't have to wear wigs.
I mean, never say never. We might bring this
have to.
We might bring this to the YouTube.
Okay.
We're thinking about it.
If we do, we're wearing wigs.
Wigs every day. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Wigs every ep. Different wig, different ep.
Yeah. Oh, that's going to get expensive.
We will have to accept wig donations. Listeners, if you have any wigs to donate, please and thank you in advance. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Kenneth Frankly. I'm your host, Kenneth Frank. And Lord, I don't know what to do. All I do is sit and say, oh, Lord. Sorry.
Oh my God, this little boy has taken over our lives.
Rightfully so. I am joined, as always, by my lovely and talented co-host, Rory. Hi, Rory.
Hi, Kenny.
How you doing, boo-boo?
I'm sleepy today.
You're sleepy. Did you stay out late last night?
Yeah, I was. Did you stay out yodeling, asshole?
Dude, we stayed out yodeling in a Walmart until late hours, early hours of the. It was one of those 24/7 Walmarts.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, where they sell like chewing tobacco
How
at the
do they
register.
Do it? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, wow, what a time we had.
I know, right?
I spent tens of dollars,
and we made 30 cents.
I mean, and I feel like it was a productive, maybe.
Perfect time.
Net loss. Still a great time.
But look at all the wonderful things that we bought.
Yeah.
Off-brand Easter candy.
Off-brand 3-week-old fucking chalky-ass white chocolate.
Chalky-ass
white chocolate Easter egg candies.
They're
with peanut butter. They're good.
They're actually, they're not bad at all.
Do you know, though, like, these aren't, but, like, when you get, expired chocolate and it's, like, gray.
White. Yeah. Ugh. It's got the white spots on it. Ugh. Yeah, it's so sad.
That's disgusting.
I know. It's such a big disappointment.
Couldn't be me. You won't catch that in my mouth.
No.
It's one of the few things.
And I eat them too quickly for them to go bad. So I never reported back to you, though, on the egg experiment. So
the egg experiment?
So we got a lint.
The what experiment?
The egg experiment.
Oh, you said it right this time.
Shut up.
I swear, listeners.
I think you're full of shit.
Rory, I'm going to see if we can catch her in a recording. Half the time, I swear she says eggs.
That's bullshit.
She says she's on her best behavior tonight.
Seriously. I can't say anything without being criticized. My God.
That's not true. Why would you think that? So wait, what is the egg? I'm sorry, the egg experiment?
The egg experiment.
The egg experiment
was that we found new Reese's eggs, not the flat kind, but like a 3D egg shape, like a Cadbury.
Oh, right. Yes.
A Cadbury style.
A Cadbury style.
Cadbury style.
How was it?
It was not as good as I would have hoped.
Now,
but also we had the Lindt milk chocolate truffle.
Oh, wait, no, not. It was an egg.
Yes, it was like a Lindt chocolate truffle. The round ones.
Yeah. But shaped like
shaped like egg. So it was like a big ass truffle.
Shaped like a what?
An egg.
If we play that back, you might hear two different pronunciations.
Oh my God.
Wait, I didn't know that they made those, though. But does it just taste like a new? Does it just taste like a...
Yeah, but that's great.
That's great. I mean, I
have a picture actually of them cut in half for you so you can see, because
really?
Boyfriend and I shared them.
Oh.
So we obviously needed to cut them even.
Of course.
Even Stevens,
yeah. But wait, how many did you have? They don't come in like the big bags?
No. They're
bigger than
singles.
that?
They sell them like Lucy's.
Loosey-goosey. I'll post a picture on my Instagram so listeners know what we're talking about.
Totally good.
So have you ever had that experience, though, where like you get one of those bags of the Lindt truffles, or is it Linzer? Lindt.
Yeah.
I don't know why I thought Linzer.
I don't know.
But you get the whole bag and they come in individual wrapped, and then you eat like... They're so good. You eat
a million of them.
And then you're so like, I feel like I reached that threshold with them where I can't really eat them again, because
that's how I feel about brown sugar Pop-Tarts.
Oh, that's a good one to have that with though, because like
It can get out of hand. Yeah.
You know what? I'll never forget. My dad told me that he had that experience with oatmeal cream pies. You know, those little Debbies.
Oh yeah,
which are so fucking good.
I
but
can
I
imagine,
can also
though.
imagine
those
going
must go
overboard.
so sick, right?
Remember in Honey, I Shrunk the Kids where they like found one in the backyard and they climbed it? Didn't that always look like the best fucking treat ever?
It did. It really did.
I must be hungry.
I know. Well, here, look at these eggs.
Oh, they're like big.
Yeah.
Oh, they look like rich inside too.
Yeah, they were fucking sweet.
So you get more of the filling.
Yeah,
It looks like.
yeah. There was definitely a hollow spot though. I'll email it
I
to
do
you.
see a
I'll
hollow
text
spot.
you.
Yeah. Text it to me so I can post it. So between the 3D Reese's eggs, the Lindt truffle eggs.
Yeah, I've been really busy.
And what was the third one? There was another one.
There wasn't a third egg.
What was the third treat? Was there another one?
Was there another treat?
Was it just the two?
I think it was just the two. Yeah.
So one versus the other, which one would you?
The Lindt.
Lindt one?
Yeah, I would prefer a big cup if I'm going to have a Reese's type confection.
Now for me, piping hot take, I think I probably prefer a Reese's Fast Break to any other Reese's treat.
Oh, yeah, you got to love that pretzel crunch.
Yeah. Do they have pretzels in it?
Don't they?
No, I think you're thinking of a Take 5.
You're
I feel
right.
like we've had
You're
this
right.
discussion before.
Sorry. Yeah.
But I like, because the Fast Break is like dense. It's like a Snickers if a Snickers was like even more compact and dense and like less like actual nutty and more like nougaty.
See,
Like a Three Musketeers. You don't like a
No,
Three?
I'm not like a big, huge nougat fan.
Girl, I love a Three Musketeers.
You're a big, huge nougat fan?
I love a big fat nougat in my mouth. Yeah, I don't know. I just love them. I think that like there's something like light and airy about a Three Musketeers.
Yeah. I don't like that.
No.
I
We got
don't.
on a candy tangent.
Yeah, sorry.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage Candy Tangent. Get on up. Listeners, thank you as always for joining us. We didn't actually yodel in a Walmart last night, although that is the meme of the week.
Do you want to do that after
little
this?
boy. Yeah, it's only 8:30. We've got time.
Okay.
What we did do is go see Scott Thompson as Buddy Cole.
It was amazing.
Lifelong dream fulfilled.
Seriously.
So if you're not familiar, Buddy Cole is a character that Scott Thompson created for the show Kids in the Hall, which was like basically like the Canadian alternative to SNL in like the late 80s, mid to late 80s, into the 90s.
Sketch comedy, yes, but like I would say more like in between an SNL and an Upright Citizens.
Yeah. But did UCB ever have a show, like a televised?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because Amy Poehler was on it,
Yeah,
wasn't she?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I meant the show, not when they did like improv and shit.
Yeah.
Like, no, that was
Got
stupid.
it, yeah. Anyway, so most of you probably are familiar. It was like all dudes, and they were super like.
They would dress up as the women.
Yeah, super queer, like pre-queer. Like it was sort of an interesting time because a lot of them probably later came out to be queer or probably were queer.
Yeah,
and out.
Scott Thompson definitely
was out. Yeah, but I think some of them
weren't really. Oh,
but like still playing into it.
Yeah,
like Dave Foley, for instance, who went on to do like news radio and all that stuff. I think he's straight. No, I think he's straight, but he was, you know what I mean? They were all running in this like group of kind of like queer sketch or something. You know?
Yeah.
So I don't know.
That's why I loved it so much as a child, I'm sure.
Yeah. It was just like, I remember my favorite sketch because like I only really watched it because you introduced me to it, I think.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And we didn't have cable in my house, girl. We had a stove for heat. So we weren't really getting those stations up in the 50s and the 60s, girl. But so I'd watch it with you guys sometimes, and I remember seeing the sketch for the chicken lady, and I don't even remember who played the chicken lady.
It was
he was really pale and he had like dark hair. No?
Yeah, it was oh my god, not Kevin McDonald, the other one. Not Bruce McCulloch, not Scott Thompson. The other one that we haven't. Not Dave Foley. The one that we haven't mentioned yet.
Are there 5?
McKinney. Something McKinney.
Megan McKinney?
No.
Michael McKinney?
No. He
Jeff
didn't go into.
McKinney?
I don't think
He didn't
I
do
saw
anything.
him in anything after that, to be honest with you.
Really?
Yeah, hold on. I'm looking it up.
But didn't he end up going on to like
Mark McKinney.
Yeah, Mark McKinney. Didn't he do the Drew Carey show? I could be wrong.
I don't know.
Who knows? I'm obviously not an expert, but I remember the chicken lady impression.
Yeah, when she went to the strip club or something.
The one that I remember is where she's like driving through her childhood neighborhood, I think, or something, and she's like, "Oh my God, that's my house!"
Yeah.
Like,
oh my God, that's my house.
I think that's it. Like, I think that's the one. Yeah, like what a foot, like
so weird,
just so ahead of its time.
Like, it took it beyond like made it weird, like and like really a half chicken woman that had like real chicken tendencies.
Like chicken hybrid lady. Like
yeah.
But like functioning enough to be a human being. But what would you do if you had to deal with this chicken hybrid lady?
Yeah.
Like there was something just so like
I know.
I think it was probably the first absurd comedy that I ever felt that was also at the same time accessible.
Yeah.
Because when you're a teenager, I feel like absurdism is like, I don't know. I was really late to like the irony game, I feel like I didn't really pick up on double entendres and stuff. Yeah, in earnest. Like, do you remember when the Red Ranger like grabbed Billy the Blue Ranger with his thighs and swung him around the gymnasium on a rope? Honey,
what?
I didn't know what gay was then, but I know what gay is now. And that is it. I was too old to like the Power Rangers, but I loved the Power Rangers.
Yeah, seriously.
Loved.
It was like you and Brian Francisco.
Stop.
Yeah.
Now you will not make that analogy.
That's the only two people I know from our generation.
I was a little old for it, but like, hey, I'm cultured. It was an international hit.
Sure. Whatever you say.
Whatever. It doesn't matter.
Did you say you liked the Pink Ranger?
Anyone who pretended to be the Pink Ranger when you were playing in high school.
What?
I meant elementary school. But the fact remains, if your favorite was Kimberly, especially if you pretended to be Kimberly or you had a crush on Kimberly, you are a homosexual man now. So, just so you know. Or like, I like Billy, the Blue Ranger. It's like, yeah, because you're a wuss and you are actually homosexual. Those are my two favorite, Billy and Kimberly. Those are my favorites. But I love them all. I mean, like,
I just know them by colors. I'm sorry, is that racist?
A little, yeah, because the yellow one was the Asian and the black one was the black.
They had a whole thing, like a parody of that on Key and Peele.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's funny. That was pre-Get Out Peele, right?
Yeah.
Jordan Peele.
Yeah.
He's married to Chelsea Peretti. Do you know her?
No.
I went and saw her stand up. She was funny. She had a really funny podcast called Chelsea Peretti, and people would just call in.
Oh, hold on. Is she the one that
she's on Brooklyn Nine-Nine?
Yeah. And she's been on she's a guest star on Key and Peele all the time.
Yes, and probably like Kroll Show.
Oh my God, she plays Farley.
Yes, she's Farley.
Oh my God, I love Farley.
She's married to Jordan Peele.
Oh my God, I love them.
I love
both.
them too.
Okay.
If you're listening,
can we hang out with them sometime? Oh,
probably.
You don't know them. Okay.
I mean, not yet. But when this podcast blows up,
I know, right?
If you're listeners, if you're looking for a podcast that is now defunct but still fucking funny, at least to me, like,
so people would just call in and like,
yeah, she just like opens up the phone for an hour and like dicks around with people that call in. She like makes fun of them. Sometimes if they can hang and they're funny, she kind of has a conversation with them. Yeah. But I just thought it was hysterical. That was one of my first. In fact, that might have been the first podcast that I really listened to in sincerity. Like, I love this. Yeah. So
okay, now I totally have to listen.
Yeah, check it out. It's funny. What else is going on? So we went to the show. We saw
he
Buddy
was amazing.
Cole. It was great.
It was hilarious. Everything about it was
small
great.
Room.
Super small.
I couldn't believe.
Was awesome. Yeah. I loved it. It was upstairs, which we were surprised by. We thought it was going to be downstairs, and I had never been there before.
Yeah. Upstairs is smaller.
Yeah, but it was great and very low ceilings. But
yes, but intimate. Like,
regardless, we were.
He barely needed a microphone.
And well, unfortunately, there was a
pillar.
Yeah, there was a freaking pillar obstructing our view, so we had to like change kind of seats every.
Around. I hope you saw enough though.
Oh, I totally did. No.
And
thank you. It was amazing.
We got to move around like around a couple tables.
Yeah,
that we
exactly.
Had. So it wasn't.
But it wasn't overcrowded. Like, it was perfect.
Yeah,
it was so awesome, and he was hilarious. And he stuck around afterwards and like took pictures and like.
Yes, I got some pictures of you and Tracy with him.
Oh, nice. Do I look completely?
Yeah, you were wasty face, so like you were posing.
I was a weirdo.
I was telling you to give me like cheekbones, give me light, give me angles. Yeah, so like there was some of that, but
not a lot of that.
No, he was talking.
I'm gonna have to like seek through like the live camera to like see if I can get anything better.
Yeah, what's the good one here? He was very sweet though. Like afterwards, he was talking about because we saw the show. Yesterday was the 24th anniversary of Kurt Cobain's death.
Oh.
And there was sort of like a queue of people talking to him. And he was talking about the Nirvana boys and how he had been like hanging out with them just before Kurt passed away. Kurt. Yeah. I think I'm thinking of Kurt Loder. Nope. Also a Kurt.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so I just like that he said Nirvana and like he meant it. It was pretty funny. The boys from Nirvana.
Oh my God.
It's pretty sweet. Yeah, great show.
Yeah.
And you know what I realized? I have a smoking jacket, so I think maybe
Buddy Cole for Halloween 2018.
Speaking of which, we don't have to go too far into it, but Real Housewives of New York is back. Season 10 is back. They had a Halloween party that Dorinda hosted, and they all...
Oh, I saw...
Ramona was Britney Spears, a la Oops, I Did It Again.
Red cat suit.
Yes, like full, like puss line showing. What do you call
cute.
that?
Gross?
Camel toe.
Okay, yeah, camel toe.
Yes, as well.
Nice.
Bethany was Barbie, but I feel like she's done that already. She looked good though, I guess.
Okay.
Dorinda was Lady Gaga with like the bubbles, like the bubble suit all over.
Yeah.
She got fucking drunk. Hold on, I want to play you what she said. So I feel like maybe not a lot of listeners are watching Real Housewives, so I don't want to get too far into it. But Carol Radziwill, who by the way is dressed as Amelia Earhart at this party, is talking to Dorinda about how she's training for the New York Marathon. Mm-hmm. And Dorinda is like, oh, you should come over when you're done, because I assume that the marathon ends like whatever, uptown near Dorinda's place or something.
Yeah.
So Dorinda is like wasted out of her face. And this is what she says to Carol when she's like, come over after the marathon. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Oh, this is me and Jenny.
Oh, sweet man. Oh, he's so happy. Did I show you the little bear cub, that video of a bear cub that boyfriend sent to me yesterday? And it was like, bear cubs can purr too. And it's the cutest thing ever. Purring. And I was like, can I have one? All right, do it again.
This is it. I like your outfit too.
Thank you. I'm enough. I can sit my apartment. No, not out. I'll make a roast chicken. I'll get 4 bottles of great wine. Okay. And we'll sit there, close the door. Okay. And we'll tell our deepest, darkest secrets, and then go to sleep in my bed. Okay. Watch Ghost Hunters. Yeah.
Watch Ghost Hunters.
I'll make a roast chicken. Like, that's
2 or 4 bottles of really great wine.
4 good bottles of wine. I love Dorinda. Well, apparently they address her alcoholism this season.
Oh,
as I reach for my wine.
I know, right?
Like I'm here for that. Yeah, I'm just happy that they're back. Rory, what's your favorite Halloween costume that you've ever done?
That I've ever done? I was a birthday cake one year.
Oh, that's cute. I don't think I've ever seen pictures of that.
Yeah, it was super cute. I got this like off-white strapless dress from Target, and then I sewed big pink tulle around the bottom of it. Like,
what'd you call me?
Oh, you got me. And then I made like what looked like frosting on it, and then I made this little hat that was out of a headband and like half of a foam disc, and I like covered it with fabric and then put little like beaded candles on it.
Oh, that's so cute.
It was really cute.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
That sounds adorable.
This year I want to have Skittles pox.
Skittles pox?
Yeah.
As opposed to chicken pox?
Yeah. Have you seen that commercial?
Yeah. Where it's
the doctor says I have Skittles pox. Skittles pox, are they contagious? No, I don't think so.
Well, it's like
yeah. She's got them all over.
But here's my question about that. Don't
super glue.
Don't. Yeah, but don't they get melty?
Yeah, something. I don't know. I'm thinking I paint them with clear nail polish first.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, so they don't get sugary and shitty.
Rather than paint them, couldn't you just like dip them in the nail polish and then like dry them out on a baking sheet or something?
I mean, I guess so.
It probably would be less intensive.
Why are you like poking holes in my...
No, I'm just really trying to make sure that you execute this flawlessly because I really want to see you succeed.
No, I'm going to do it the way that I want to do it. All right? Jesus Christ.
Well, I'll be Buddy Cole.
Yeah, perfect.
And I just have to work on my lisp. Do you think I could get it down in 6 months?
Yeah, I wonder.
6 months. Think of all the things I've gotten down in 6 months. Yeah, I just got to work on it.
Oh my God.
Anyway, yeah, that was fun. Couple hot topics. We've talked about it before, but tomorrow is the big day, honey. Trading Spaces is back.
Woo!
Now, the big update is that they've been doing press for it now that it's coming back.
Yeah.
The trailer for the show.
Who's a mess now, yeah.
The trailer for the show got...
I'm having a trash egg.
A million, a ton of views. Clearly there's interest in this reboot.
All the original designers. And
a couple new ones it looks like too.
How old is the guy? Who was the guy that was the old man originally?
With the beard, the Keebler elf. Yeah, he's still there.
Alive?
Yeah, I think they embalmed him in
that makes sense.
like latex paint, so he's still there.
Good preservative.
The yucky one to me, who used to be the hot one, and I used to low key masturbate to after school.
Vern.
No.
Oh.
Ty Pennington, the carpenter. Like his little butt crack showing. And like his weird mohawk hair. He went on to do extreme...
Clit tickler thing?
Yeah.
So gross. So gross.
The clit tickler. I've
You've never heard that?
Soul patch. It turns out that clit tickling doesn't really have much to do with my life. So no, I haven't heard about clit ticklers.
Every week I introduce Kate.
Yeah, it's a straight culture.
To one heterosexual slang term /
hammer.
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 Can you use it in a
sentence? Hammer. Hammer.
Oh my God.
Power drill. I have some ideas, but can you use it in a sentence? No, so he looks like they found him he's
been living on the sun.
Yes, literally. He was always tan then.
He was living on the surface of the sun, literally.
He looks like they scraped him off the top of a solar panel,
Yikes.
Popped some teeth into that mouth and said, go on, get.
You know what's crazy?
What?
That if out of all of them, he's the one that ended up with his own show afterwards.
I know, but he was the hunk of it and also the soulless one of it.
Really?
Yeah, I feel like they all had careers. Vern Yip went on to host HGTV shit. Paige Davis, I don't know what she did actually.
What was Alex McLeod was the first one, right?
Alex McLeod. We've talked about her. So because I looked her up afterwards because I was like, what the fuck happened to Alex McLeod?
She only did one season, right?
She did, one or I think she did two, but the first season was 6 episodes or something.
I remember when Paige Davis came along and we were like, who the fuck is this bitch?
This show is over.
Yeah, right?
But no, it went on forever.
And her little flippy haircut.
Yeah, Paige is back. Her hair's still annoying, just in a different way.
Totally different, new.
Darker, annoying straight bangs. And she was shitting on HGTV. She's we launched not only a genre of television, but a network. She was being super shady to HGTV.
Really?
She's nothing like it. And she's that's why people still want to watch it. Because there's nothing like what we do. And it's okay, time will tell. Maybe so.
Yeah, right? Maybe so.
But maybe so. But Vern Yip, Genevieve Gorder all went on to have their own things. Mm-hmm. Even if they weren't on TV, these people became well-known designers.
Yeah.
And
they did some shitty shit on that show.
They did some shitty shit. And so
my God.
The new show is still only a $2,000 budget, which is double what they used to have. But $2,000 fucking dollars, don't come into my living room with $2,000 and tell me you're going to make things look fucking good. I don't think so. You got a budget for a sectional sofa, girl? With the fabric I want? No, I'm not I'm not taking I want a custom color and fabric.
Yeah, right.
Window treatments, you're not making those out of old tattered fucking blinds. You're not fucking hot gluing no shit to my fucking mini blinds, girl.
I don't want your living wall. Fucking wall of moss. Put it in your own fucking home.
I do recommend watching the Trading Spaces They Hated It montage on YouTube.
Oh, that must be amazing.
It is.
And like people crying, be like,
I have to get off the. I
have to leave the room now.
Go.
I have to go.
It's so good.
Oh my God.
The best part of it is that these people are neighbors. They have mortgages.
They have to live with each
mortgages
other.
within 50 feet of each other. Like,
they have to live with each other.
That's
like
tough.
Day in, day out.
But I feel like interior design has come a long way since that show started, because I feel like people weren't really sharing interior design tips but so much, other than in like magazines up until then.
Well, Christopher Lowell was.
Christopher Lowell!
He told you to paint everything orange.
He did.
Every room should be gold.
He loved like a Tuscan feel.
And an uplight.
Yes.
Everything needs uplighting.
He loved Tuscan, orange, iron, wood, cornucopias,
a good faux
floral
finish.
arrangements, glass.
Yeah.
He loved like Nana style. Like Nana in like a compound in Florida.
Yeah. I was gonna say, like, she moved south I bet already.
Christopher Lowell today, assuming he's alive, which, like, girl, I don't know, where is Christopher Lowell? But if he's alive today, he definitely has one of those things in his kitchen that says like eat, you know, like on top of the cabinets, and then like a smiling like bronzed cast iron sun.
Oh my God,
looking over the sink like
that should be outdoors.
Christopher Lowell, I forgot all the fuck about him.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much. I'm gonna have to find out what he's up to, because I spent all my time. Oh yeah, so Alex McCord, she went on to host Joe Millionaire. Do you remember that show on Fox where they tricked everyone? It was like The Bachelor, but the twist was that
he wasn't a millionaire.
Right. Like they all thought they were vying for the love of a millionaire, but at the end
it was like
he was poor and a construction worker.
Yeah, he's basically
And then the twist on the twist was that if they still decided to get together,
then they get $1 million.
Get $1 million, and Joe Millionaire didn't even know that.
Which,
like, that was, I don't know, that was pretty interesting for
right, a second
reality
maybe
TV,
like an episode.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of watched this because I was such an Alex fan. I was like, whatever Alex does, I'm doing.
Yeah, right.
But then she left. I think she and her husband are like, she might as well be on Real Housewives, because I saw her tour her like mansion in California. They own like a vineyard. Like the place has like its own like sanctuary, pools, tennis courts. Like it is beyond.
Where'd
like,
you meet him?
Have you seen? I don't. Don't let boyfriend hear this,
because I don't think that's Trading Spaces money.
No. Oh God, no. That's his money. And like I kept trying to figure out who he is, and all they really say about him on the internet is like, he's an entrepreneur. He invests in business. So basically, he's so rich that he can tell the internet. He calls up his good friends at Google and is like, "Hey, could you do me a solid and just like not." Just don't do that. Speaking of which, let's get into this, because Grindr, you in danger, girl.
Seriously,
Grindr. If you don't
breaking
know, breaking the law. No, actually, they're not.
That's not against the law.
No, because it's a public forum. Oh. So here's the thing. If you haven't heard, Grindr, which is a same-sex dating app that the gays use. I don't, because I'm in a what did Buddy Cole say, a monogamous like he couldn't even get the word out.
Yeah,
I'm in a monogamous relationship, so turns out I'm missing out on all the fun. But Grindr is a dating app where if you open it up, you can see GPS style who is in your radius, who's looking
in fucking distance,
who's looking to fuck, who's looking to get it in, win it, quit it, win it again, quit it again, call you again, fuck you up, make you feel something for a minute, fuck them. That's what this app is for, basically. That's the. Oh, is this ASMR? Are you opening up fruit snacks? Welch's fruit snacks.
The strawberry
Welch's fruit snacks.
Oh, I can smell them from
Can
here.
you crinkle the bag? Wow, I just actually fully got aroused. I have a chub. Just kidding.
Oh my God.
Oh yeah. Is it good?
Yeah,
I have my teeth in, so I can't.
Okay, nanner.
I don't feel like taking out my dentures for that. That's truly me. For 6 more months until my Invisalign come out.
They look so good.
Thank you.
It's like amazing.
It is amazing,
isn't it?
It's like magic trick that is taken
in your mouth
over the course of a year. Yeah.
No.
So Grindr, apparently she got caught.
Because users have been posting HIV status.
And like,
right?
Yes, I mean, rightfully so. So here's the thing. If in hookup culture, it's a whole other thing that I don't really want to get into really, but like in gay hookup culture, there's a lot of like straight up misogyny, no fats, no femmes, no Asians. All of that is fucking bullshit. And you will find that on Grindr. And those are things that users will put in their profile just as like a micro or macro aggression against the people that they do or don't hook up with based on those things, which is like so patriarchal and misogynistic. But one of the to me healthy things, and I think to most people would agree, one of the healthy things to do is if you are HIV positive, you have the option to disclose it on this app in order for people to make a healthy decision. For instance, if you have HIV and you're not being treated, then you're more likely to engage with people that are also HIV positive. Or if you are being treated, you can interact with people that are HIV positive and or people that are being treated and or people that recognize that you're being treated. Because recent studies show that if you are being treated effectively for HIV, you will not pass it on to people. So it is not the end all be all of hookup culture. If you have HIV, you can be treated for it. You can have safe sex still.
Yeah.
It's just something that in the interest of like sexual health that people can and probably should disclose in most cases. Now, when an application, which takes information such as your email address, your GPS location, your HIV status, and your name, starts to take all of that information and share it with third-party fucking applications who they have hired to analyze your data to figure out how people are using the app and when and why. That is so fucked up. That's such a breach of privacy. And Matthew brought up such a good point that I wouldn't have even thought of when we were talking about this. I was like, that's so fucked up. Matthew said, well, the problem is if people are sort of like scared by being outed by their status by something like this, a breach of contract where like your name, your status can be out in the open, like fucking Ashley Madison or whatever. Like people are going to be scared into not disclosing their status, which in turn will lead to
more people becoming positive. For
HIV. And so like not like Grindr, which has been historically good for the queer community in a lot of ways. They have their own news outlet. Like there are good things about Grindr, but at the end of the day, it's almost like the Cambridge was it Cambridge Analytica or Academia or whatever the fuck?
Analytica.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage, Cambridge Analytica. It goes back to that where it's like, do we all know in the back of our minds that anything we disclose on the internet or on our phone is in one way or another probably or maybe being shared or gonna be shared or used or get out or hacked?
It could be in the public domain, right?
Do we know that? Do we care? What is intellectual and private property anymore, and do we even give a shit in this age of like Snapchat and this is my life all day? Like,
I just hope that my Groupon goods purchases do not ever see the light of day.
Oh girl, so I have a $10 off 40 coupon at CVS, and I have my $10 quarterly rewards, and I have a $2 off coupon. So like,
do you want to go get a triple double?
I'm like, if I play my cards right, I could spend $42 in quotation marks at CVS and get it for $18
I think
now.
I just climaxed.
I am Harry Styles Woody on stage. Yeah, so I don't know. I'm just like, Grindr has said that they're going to stop sharing that information, but to me it's almost like not too little too late, but it's just like, wouldn't you have had the fucking foresight not to get...
Yeah, like...
These are literally vendors. These are people that Grindr has hired to use their data. But that is the kind of data that, like, you're it's the floodgates. Like, how can you trust like, imagine you... I was thinking of it in my line of work where I hire a vendor to paint and clean an apartment or, like, fix... a broken shower head. Would I also disclose to that person that is in that apartment like, oh, and by the way, this is where she keeps her vibrator, and this is her vulnerable this or that. There's a female here, for instance. This is a gay person. Like, you know what I mean? Like, there's no reason. Like, you don't know who the fuck is on the other side of that contract with your third party. Fuck that. Like, it's such a breach of privacy and like morality.
I'm surprised that it was just that it was the issue that they hired vendors to do this. Usually they sell that data.
Well, right, because
to third parties to like make money for marketing.
So
like, it's like
they haven't, from what I understand, they have hired these vendors to mine that data, and then with that data they can probably either monetize their business or then sell that whatever data that is most prevalent. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if they came back and were like, oh, these are the ones that are HIV positive and like engaging in ... or whatever the fuck habit. And then those are the ones they market to like, oh, well, you guys are the ones that are HIV positive and doing this thing, so you should go buy this product or whatever, or like go on this pill or get on PrEP, or you know what I mean? Like PrEP advertisement towards HIV positive people.
Right.
Like, it sounds like so they're in such a rudimentary stage of how they operate when it comes to like monetizing and like interacting with their data, that obviously shit like this is going to happen, which is like so bullshit to me, girl. Like, I cannot, like, I'm really just like appalled, honestly. Like I said, people with HIV that are treated effectively cannot pass it on. How are they reporting it on the app? Is there like a Dropbox? I think. I mean, I haven't used it, but I'm assuming that it's like
it's standardized. It's not like somebody just putting it in their profile. Like they don't just write it in their profile. It's like, yes, I'm HIV positive. It's like drop down like
age, height, weight,
status.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
I think it's one of those. But like, it's not a requirement to do it. It's really just like the fucking queer community watching out for each other and practicing safe sex. And that's what sucks about this so bad, is like, can't we all just look out for each other a little bit more? Like, this is like, people with HIV especially, I feel like, are some of the people in the queer community that still face this like stigma and backlash.
Oh, totally.
There's like this myth and like so much misunderstanding about it. Like, it's just not fair.
So there's certain data. So in my job, there's certain data that we have no access to, because the source of it is from the IRS. And it's from filing your taxes.
So it's confidential.
It's completely confidential. There's like only a few people in the whole organization, and not even my organization, like the vendor that runs the website and all that actually have access to that and can report on it in the aggregate, not even like member detail, anything like that. Because
keep that shit on lock.
Because sensitive information. It's not just like personal health information. It's like FTI, it's federal tax information, which is like if there was ever a breach with that, then all hell would break loose. I understand, like, there's certain things that, like, there are ways to limit what you share and what you don't.
Yeah, exactly. And
with your third party vendors.
There's just no excuse. Like, queer companies should be watching out for queer people, I guess, is the point. And when they don't, or like when they flub up this bad, they should own it. Like,
who's the founder of Grindr?
I don't know who the founder is, but I believe the CEO right now is an interim CEO in China. Oh. So I don't really I'm not really familiar with the company as a whole, but I do know that they have their own news source, which is actually people in.
Oh, and then you do this for a second. Can you help me?
People in.
I'm afraid I'm going to hurt myself. Okay, that's perfect. Thank you. I get an itchy ankle.
People in media and the press have been starting to pick up on Grindr's website, and I forget what it's called now because I haven't really looked into it, but they have a news outlet which is like geared towards the LGBTQ community, and it's like intersectional and it's mindful, and like that's awesome. But
that's really interesting.
It is, yeah, but it's just sad. It's like what did I write down here? people who come out as HIV positive can face rejection, isolation, and discrimination. Oh, by the way, HIV is still actually like criminalized throughout the world, including in some places in the US. In fact, maybe in the entirety of the US. Like, for instance, if you don't disclose your status and then you have sex with someone and you give them the virus, you could go to jail, which, like, whatever, like, you can have your opinion on that, but like, just being HIV positive puts you...
There was a Law and Order episode about that.
Dun, dun.
I know.
It just... HIV status puts you at risk.
Oh, yeah.
In a lot of ways.
Absolutely. There is still a ton of stigma.
The last thing you should need to worry about is a fucking app selling you out.
No, that's true. There was a recent kerfuffle at one of the major health insurers where they sent a mailing to their customers that were HIV positive, and the window envelope, the window was too big, and it
shared
basically
shared
some private information. Like the first line, it's like, as somebody who is
circumcised with a big fat cock.
Yeah, absolutely. So like, and there was, they're paying.
Heads will roll.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And they're paying for it. They're basically like, I think there's a settlement because of it.
Yeah.
So.
Well, that's it. I mean, yeah, at the end of the day, Grindr is sort of fessing up and being like, yeah, we'll change it. Yeah, learn better, do better, I guess, is all I can ask of you, Grindr. In lighter news, Heidi Montag died momentarily during plastic surgery.
Shut up, really?
Yeah, I forget where I read this, but I guess during her, back in 2009 on the show.
Some of these.
I want some of these. Thanks, Barrett.
Some H's for Heidi.
So in 2009, she got 10 plastic surgeries in one day. Do you remember this?
No.
And then so like she...
Well,
like,
I didn't realize it was 10.
Yeah, like her family like cried when they saw her because she looked so different.
Yeah.
And like she looked like a totally different person. But she seemed happy and like the work looked good to me, truth be told. But I guess in a recent interview she said, quote, Spencer Pratt, her husband.
Mm-hmm. Are they still married?
Yeah, still together.
Oh my God.
I know. He's very into crystals. He's a weirdo. He retweeted a tweet of mine not too long ago. I forget.
Really?
Yeah. So now he and I are best friends.
I'm sorry.
Spencer thought he lost me. I died for a minute. With that much surgery, I had to have 24-hour nurse care, and Spencer didn't want to leave my side. I was at a recovery center and had Demerol to deal with the pain because it was so extreme. My security guards called Spencer and told him that my heart stopped and that I wasn't going to make it, and I easily could have died. Cutting yourself up isn't something I'd recommend, and Demerol isn't anything to play around with. That's how Michael Jackson died. And would we swap Michael Jackson for you, Heidi Montag?
Is that literally what she said?
No, because that's a mean question. Yeah, she said, that's how Michael Jackson died.
Oh my God.
Thanks, Heidi. Didn't know.
Hold on. I need to find the before and after. Oh, here's a before. Oh, People Magazine. Addicted to plastic surgery.
Yeah, so like when she started on the hills, she was like, like kind of country bumpkin-y kind of girl. I think she was from like Montana or like very like
Colorado or something.
Log cabin-y. And then she got to LA and she got all the way fucked up and like turned into a Barbie. And then she tried to be a pop star and it failed and she like cried, and she and Spencer have this weird, like they were on I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here. Yeah, that's stretched, but yeah.
I know.
She already had some work done on that picture on the right.
Those boobs look big.
Yeah. Anyway, I guess I'm glad you're alive, Heidi. You bring me joy and love and light to you. So for our last couple minutes, I kind of want to talk about Roseanne. How do you feel about this? Did you watch? First of all, what is your relationship with the TV show Roseanne?
So I am actually a late adopter. When I watched it as a youth, I thought it was trashy. Now I can totally relate to it.
I think that was, my memory of the show was that a lot of parents didn't want kids to watch it because the reputation it had was like a Married with Children or something, where it was like, this is trash, you shouldn't look up to these characters.
But they were, so now watching it, I don't agree with that. Like, I think they had morals. I think they...
Same. I completely
It's
disagree.
like a middle America family. It was like a lower middle class family.
Yeah. I think TV was so new back then in a way. Do you know what I mean? Like, they had like the black and whites, like the I Love Lucy's and stuff. And then they had the variety shows. And then it wasn't, sitcoms didn't really happen so much. They had...
That's not true.
I know, but you know what I mean? Like, I guess like...
Let's just ignore the 70s, okay?
I mean, yeah, but I guess what I mean to say is like, for instance, Fox was new.
Yes.
And Married with Children was
was pushing the envelope, and it was getting a little raunchier. Not raunchy, because
yeah, it
wasn't raunchy so much. It's more like...
It was like Married with Children and the Tracy Ullman Show on Fox, for instance. And then like Roseanne was sort of like... The
Simpsons.
Yeah, well, Simpsons from Tracy Ullman.
Exactly.
Like... Yeah. TV just started to get a little more Gen X. It became pushier than, the Brady Bunch and all of that, Cheers and all that shit.
Cheaters.
Cheers, not Cheaters. Now, Cheaters belonged on Fox for sure.
Yeah.
But so ABC came out with Roseanne, and it was sort of like... I felt like in retrospect, it almost feels like TV was... trying to be contradictory at the time, where it was like, and in good ways and in bad. Like,
what do you mean?
The Cosby Show was showing people that black people could be doctors and lawyers and successful and rich, and it was something that really hadn't been on TV before, and like those characters didn't really exist. Like, they were coming out of like the 70s and like the Foxy Browns and all that shit. Like, there was good opportunity for visibility for the first time in a lot of ways on TV, because TV was expanding. There were more networks, there were more shows.
That's true,
there
right?
was more content,
more options. Yeah.
And then the contradictory to that in a way was sort of the Roseanne, which was like the Married with Children, the white trash, the people that, were, and in race wars, which is very much alive today, but especially back then, it felt like
rough around the edges.
Yeah. Like we don't, you don't want to be like them. We can't endorse that. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, totally.
So I think that's sort of what Roseanne and Married with Children were sort of up against, was that, like, this isn't, our culture, which is like laughable now. I think culture isn't like that.
I know, right? Well, yeah, right. It is in Trump's America.
Exactly. Which brings me to my point.
Okay,
no, you say.
I don't think that Married with Children is on the same level of reality that Roseanne was. I feel like Roseanne was more reality than Married with Children, which was like over the top, like these are just deplorable people.
Yeah. Married with Children was like, oh, he's a, like no ma'am woman hater.
Yeah.
Kelly was like a space cadet.
Yeah.
Bud
Bimbo.
was like a little horny short guy.
Yeah.
And Peggy was like this like unsatisfied, dissatisfied housewife who like longed for another life and hated her kids and hated her life and just ate bonbons and watched TV all day.
Yeah.
And like all she ever wanted from her husband was the dick, and he didn't give it to her.
Exactly.
And, yeah, I get that. Like, obviously Roseanne is a more nuanced TV show with real things. And that's part of the problem with the reboot, is that the original Roseanne, for its time, was pretty fucking progressive.
Yeah,
like,
totally.
Roseanne was like feminist, and it was one of the first shows to have like a lesbian kiss on it, for instance.
Yeah.
Like, it just, and it was like, you could tell that she was not racist and not bigoted and fighting against those things.
Yeah.
So I think that's sort of what adds insult to injury to the whole thing, is like this
so
reboot.
Contradictory, or it's so counterintuitive for what you would expect.
She's turned her 90s nostalgia reboot into this like alt-right heraldry to like massive success, which is to me like maybe the most like,
but also with a grandchild who might be trans, it looks like, maybe. And
DJ's daughter who's black.
Exactly.
But
and like
I will say this: bigots use marginalized people as tokens and props all the fucking time.
That's true.
So just because she has a little black girl on the show doesn't mean she's not actually a fucking white nationalist. And just because she is catering to the thought that you should support like a gender fluid kid does not mean that she is not transphobic, because Roseanne Barr, the person in real life, is a transphobic person. So it's like it has this insidious...
I think that the writers are like making up for that.
Right, but they are all under Roseanne's spell.
Oh, of course.
And dictatorship, for lack of a better word. But that's why I'm so conflicted about the show, because I love these characters and they meant so much to me.
I know.
And I loved watching the show because it made being a poor kid feel a little more normal, or like at least I'm not David whose mom beats him up, or at least I'm not Jackie whose, men treat her like shit. In fact, Esquire brought up a great point. And this, you were just saying the writing on the show is good, and it is, but it's still under Roseanne's idea of like Jackie would be like a pink, pussy hat wearing Hillary supporter.
Yeah.
And I'm the Trump supporter and I'm right. Like, realistically, would the Connors have been Trump supporters? Yeah, maybe, probably. But more realistically, Jackie would have been the person that supported Trump. She was a cop for a while. She got treated like shit by men. She always apologized for her abusive father. Like, anyone who's familiar with the show and the characters would think that of any of them, Jackie would be the one. And it just speaks... It just speaks again to the fact that it almost feels like the way that the Connors are written to be Trump supporters is not so much the fact that these characters would be, but more so that it's a side effect of Roseanne's personal alt-right identity at this point.
That's what I think too.
And that is what makes it feel so slimy. It's like, this isn't the characters that I know and love. I'm having a hard time like picking up what they're putting down in a lot of ways. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that kind of sucks.
Roseanne was like pushy and the worst in ways to the people around her in ways, but she was always right.
She's always been controversial.
She's always been fucking right.
Speaking the fuck of which, like, she's in real life, Roseanne Barr is like, don't kneel. Fuck that. Don't kneel at the national anthem. Bitch, do you remember what you did at the national anthem?
I know, right?
Lest we forget. Like, and then grabbed her crotch and spit. Like, tell me that that's not more of like a desecration of the national anthem than fucking taking a knee because Black Lives fucking matter and I don't stand for what this country stands for right now, which is state fucking violence.
Yeah, right? Yeah.
Please. Like, please.
I know.
So let me get to what I was...
Yeah, right?
I have some things written down.
Oh, sorry, my knees are killing me.
No, live your life.
11.
We kind of covered some of this. Oh, the other point I wanted to make. Would the Connors have voted for Trump? Maybe. But for the record, the cliche of working class Americans putting Donald Trump into office is like not the truth. It's actually like elite coastal rich people that put him into power, and not only that, continue to keep him in power. So like the New York Times,
I think it's both.
It is both. Like obviously there are people that people that are frustrated with America, like, but
United Steel Workers.
Right. The New York Times would have you think that the reason Donald Trump is in office is because these like Bible Belt, people, white working class Americans are the people that voted him in.
Evangelicals. Yeah. Ugh. I can't even say it. That's not part of my vernacular. They can go to hell.
Yeah, they will.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be so ironic?
Yeah,
right? Shit, we did it wrong. Mm-hmm. But 33% of working class white people with degrees are Democratic. And then 28% of people, I heard this on Keep It, which is another amazing podcast. If you're not listening, go listen to Keep It. It's Ira Madison and a couple people. I forget, one of them was like that famous Jeopardy guy. Anyway, listen to it. It's called Keep It. Love it. They cover, every week they cover the things that I want to cover on this podcast. So I listen to it. I'm like, motherfucker. But one of his guests this week was saying how 33% of working class white people with degrees are Democratic. 28%
because we're woke
of people of color without degrees also leaning Democratic. And then 26% of working white class people without degrees are also Democratic. So that's a lot. That's a big chunk of these figures that were, you know, the narrative of America is that they're all the Roseannes and Dan Connors of the world that feel, you know, something's got to change, and so we swapped from Obama to Trump. But that's not the case. Like, it's really not. There are people like that, yes, but that's not the reason that Donald Trump is the president right now. I think that's an important point to make. I think that the reboot conveniently leans into that narrative, and a lot of people are ready to eat that up, and a lot of people do take it as fact, and there is some truth to it, but that's not the end all be all about what working class Americans are. And again, like, the characters, Roseanne and Dan, they're concerned about their health care, and like they still believe in a woman's right to choose. Like, they're like, you cannot erase those characters entirely from the points that they were trying to make, and at the same time be Trump supporters. Like, you cannot write Roseanne Connor to be a character that sympathizes with her gender fluid grandson and also, as a Trump supporter, ignores his antics and like rhetoric against LGBT people.
I know.
That person does not exist. It's like, it's almost dangerous the way that they're saying, like, it's both sides. We're listening to both sides. That's not what it is, because if we wanted to listen to both sides, ABC would have aired the fucking Blackish episode where they were talking about kneeling for the national anthem, but they pulled it. ABC is not here for that. ABC is here for ratings. ABC is here because Donald Trump won. The network execs looked at each other in the shock of that and said, we're missing a market here. And you know who we're missing? Is the fucking Roseanne Connor alt-right people of the world, Roseanne Barr, excuse me, alt-right people of the world who have something to say right now. Let's pick her up. It's not a coincidence that Roseanne Barr brought a TV show back to television right at Pizzagate, all that shit.
Conspiracy
she
theories,
thinks Donald Trump is saving people from sex trafficking. It's just...
What?
It's the other thing is that...
Like, what do you call Melania?
Right.
Sex slave, hello?
I mean, when she was an infant and he was like, oh, I don't know. Is that his daughter? No.
His wife.
Ivanka. Well, we don't know if she's going to have her mom's these yet. Like, honk, honk. Like, that is an infant child, you fucking disgusting man.
So
why are you even
messed up.
Why are you even talking about your fucking daughter's...
Oh, my God.
Infant daughter's fucking breasts? He's just disgusting.
What?
Anyway,
well, he doesn't see women as people, apparently.
Right, exactly. Like,
that's exactly what that is.
So, exactly.
Sexualize a baby? For Christ's sake.
Sexualize a baby?
Sexualize a baby.
Sexualize a baby. Sorry, I had a bunch of shit written down, and maybe I'll post it or share it or something. But all this is to say that, current incarnations aside, I do love the characters on Roseanne. And when I was watching the reboot, I found myself laughing sometimes.
You're going to keep watching, aren't you?
I don't think I am, is the thing. Because, like, as much as I love these characters, they feel sullied and tainted. Like, if Roseanne Barr, as a person, an Islamophobe, a transphobe, if she's going to be this vile person, I don't know.
You're not going to enjoy it any longer.
I just can't watch it without that resentment. Like, Kathy Griffin is blacklisted for a photo shoot where she's like holding the bloodied replica of Donald Trump's head, whereas Roseanne Barr just did a photo shoot where she's fully dressed in Nazi garb with the Hitler mustache, pulling burnt gingerbread cookies shaped like little boys and girls out of the oven. And she gets a personal fucking phone call from Donald Trump congratulating her on the success of her 18 million viewers. That's the highest rated...
Where can I find this picture? What?
I'm sure you'll find it on the internet. It's the highest rated sitcom premiere in 4 years.
Oh my God.
And that's what I'm... It's like, I want to think that there are opportunities for new writers and like new actors and new stories and new intersectional space for people.
Yeah.
But apparently, if this is what is a hit, then we've got a long way to go. And I'm, maybe I'm wrong, but that's just not entertainment to me. Like, I just don't know if I have room in my life for any piece of TV that sheds positive light on a Trump supporter, or highlights the opinions of a white nationalist. And that's kind of what this is doing. So at the end of the day, I think I'll be watching Housewives. Like, at least there, it's, positive, maybe not positive, but like confident, strong, powerful, rich women who aren't afraid to be themselves. I can get behind that.
What do you think about...
Or like Grownish. Grownish is a great TV show. Watch Blackish. Watch Grownish.
What's Grownish?
Grownish is the spinoff with Yara Shahidi, the oldest daughter from the Blackish family, and she's off to college. She's like there's a bisexual character, and she's dealing with like the pressures of having to do Adderall in order to keep up with everything and dating. It's like, it's corny and beautiful and lovely and like super fucking intersectional and amazing. For a sitcom, like, I think it's great. I like it a lot.
I do have to say that I was extremely... Going back to Roseanne real quick.
Please.
I was so happy seeing Sarah Chalk being the surrogate, or like the woman that was...
Second Becky.
Yeah, right? Yeah, how fucking funny was that? That was priceless.
So here's the thing. And now that I've said all of that, I will say... I will keep watching the original Roseanne because that was pre-all right.
Yeah.
And that was great TV. Sarah Chalk at the time, Second Becky.
Yeah.
I always hated her.
Yeah, totally. But now she's
now
fine.
She, like compared
now it's
to
like you can understand where she's coming from.
To Lacey, what's her name? First Becky. Like you can tell one of them has kept up with their acting and one of them is not, because Sarah Chalk like can act and she was really good. And I'm glad that they brought both Beckys back. I thought it was clever. That's what I mean. Like the content itself.
Yeah.
I'm not so mad at, but like Roseanne Barr as a person, I just cannot endorse her project, unfortunately, because I'm just not gonna. I mean, but that's the other thing.
Oh, here they are.
I've heard a lot of people saying like, yeah, just disgusting. ABC does not want you to see those pictures of her taking those fucking burnt cookies of little boys and girls, gingerbread out of the oven.
Oh my God.
I know. It's so fucked up. I just can't do it.
That's something else.
I know. Anyway, listeners, if you have questions, concerns, thoughts about the Roseanne reboot or anything else, please let us know.
Or fruit snack recommendations.
Or fruit snacks.
These are not stacking up, even though I'm still eating them.
There are more...
They taste like berry kicks.
Oh, they smell good, though. I love fruit snacks.
I know, me too. They make these amazing ones that they sell at Total Wine that are like fruit shaped, too.
With wine in them?
No.
Ugh.
They're just regular fruit snacks.
Rude.
But they're like halfway between a fruit snack and a gummy.
So
they're harder than these.
Oh.
They are phenomenal.
I love anything with gelatin, basically.
Seriously.
Like, I cannot go full vegan because I love cheese and gelatin.
Yeah.
Like, did you know that this bear over here is full of gummy bears and stuff?
I thought you were going to say he's full of gelatin. I was going to go,
I'll pour it out. Like Haribo shit.
Well, here.
While we're at it, listeners, we're about to go binge on some gummy bears.
Yeah. Oh my God, there's so many.
I know. Well, I've got the snakes, the twin snakes.
Twin snakes. Ooh, sweet and sour.
Happy Cola. These are so good.
I don't want cola.
You're wrong. They're really good.
Oh, I like these.
Oh my God, we're about to have, I'm going to take a picture of this too. A little rogue Asian Kit Kat from Tracy's trip to Japan. I should probably eat that. All right, we're going to go eat candy. Listeners, thank you as always for listening to us. Shoot the shit, giggle, cackle, diggle, dackle.
Pterodactyl.
Diggle, pterodactyl.
Polydactyl.
I'm going to make a roast chicken. Get 2 or 4 bottles of nice wine.
Great wine.
And we'll lock ourselves in my bedroom. And
we'll tell each other our deepest, darkest secrets. And then we'll sleep in my bed.
Watch Ghost Hunters.
Dorinda's like an 8. I had to go to Bubbles. I had the guy from SNL, Saturday Night Live, who did it for Andy Samberg. The NSL person made this for me.
NSL.
Sesame Street. Adam Sandler's thing did it for me. Adam Sandler's thing did it for me? Anna Sandberg's thing did it for me. This did for NSL with Lady Gaga and Anna Sandberg. The guy that did it did my dress. Good. We lost a couple of bubbles. Dorinda's blackout. It doesn't matter what we do because Dorinda's not going to remember any of it. So it's... Yes, let's go. Oh, God. I'm telling you, that orange bubbly drink was not nice. Good night, ladies. Good night. Dorinda has no wig and no bubbles. I'm taking your bubbles home. How about that hostess? All right, come on, babe.
Whoa.
I want to sing.
Real Housewives will save us all. Until next week, listeners. Bye.